When I was 16, I got pregnant by a 27-year-old man. You heard me right. He was 27. And to make matters worse, I was in a foster home. So I was in foster care. I ended up having to go to a group home. And that was where I met my very first therapist. I began to tell this man about my life, about how I was always sad, all kinds of things going on in my life. And this was his response. He said, "You need to start writing. You need to journal." And I can't remember if he got me a book or something like that. I think he did. He was a very kind, sweet man. And I started to write about the things that were going on in my mind, the things that were going on in my heart. I had never done that before. No one had ever told me to do something like that before. But I'm so grateful and thankful that that man had the wisdom to tell me that this is what I needed to do, because it really, really helped me. It helped me so much to get out of me everything that was going on up in here, everything that was here. It helped me get on the path to healing. It really started my journey for me finding happiness again as a 16-year-old. I created a resource for people who love God, who have great talents and gifts, who are a blessing everywhere they go, but they are also hated. I recently saw a quote and it said, "Sometimes success brings hate." And you know what? That hate can come at any time. For me, it came when I was a child, because I was born a success. Everywhere I went, people loved me. I was a sweet person. I was very loving. I was very intelligent, very smart. And my mother was very jealous of that. And she was very abusive towards me because of absolutely nothing. And I say that because it's one thing to give a child a spanking for doing something wrong. You're trying to teach them a lesson. But this woman would beat me for no reason at all. So, like I said, I created a resource. It's a 7-day journal. And you have to print it out and write on it, because that's where the therapeutic part comes in. It's the actual writing, not the typing. You know, you need to get your thoughts out, get your ideas out, figure out the lies that the enemy has been telling you from the time you were knee-high to somebody, and begin to tell yourself the truth, because that's the thing that's going to set you free. That's what Jesus said. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. In addition to that, the person who I'm speaking to is probably what I would call a Joseph of your family. If you're rejected by, like I say, your mom, your dad, your brothers, your sisters, people, and yet you come around and you know you have a good heart. You know you have good intentions for people. You know that you want to come and you make things better. You probably have the Joseph effect. And with that, God has entrusted to you great talents, gifts, wisdom. And if he hasn't already, he wants to give you rule over many finances, just like he did for Joseph. The problem is, if you're stuck in thinking about how other people see you, how you're rejected, and you don't move on to see yourself the way God sees you, you're never going to get the job done. And the worst part about that is God do not want to hear our excuse. You remember when Jesus told the parable of the 3 guys who got the 3 talents? One got 5, one got 2, the other one got 1. The 5 came back with 10. The one who had 2 came back with 4, and the 1 still came back with the 1. And he had all the excuses. And his master didn't want to hear that. He said, "Depart from me." You don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that. You don't want to waste your gifts and your talents because of your past, because you're afraid of stepping out there. So I made this resource specifically for you, or maybe someone that you know. And it's going to change your life. It's already helping so many people. So get that resource and get on the path to changing your life and fulfilling the destiny that God has for you. God bless you.